Contemplating that void. Okay, testing. How we looking, y'all? I like that, the contemplating the void thing. I was like, I'm just gonna put something on here. I don't want to like draw a crowd for, I almost put like a game, but then I was like, no, that's kind of a tease, so decided to pass on that. Magnificent Halo, I was like, everyone loves a Halo song, right? How's everybody doing? Doing pretty all right. Hello there, looking good. We can hear you perfectly. Awesome. And is the stream stuttering at all on your end? I think I resolved the issues that was causing that from before. I'm really hoping that we're good there. Hey, Tyler. Welcome. This music isn't actually coming from the menu. That's just the natural... You guys are awesome. Oh, it's great. No stutter. Oh, that's fantastic. It's good. Hey. Oh, that's so good. All right, well, we should probably play something and make sure it stays that way. I got two screens. I got this one, and then I got this one. I think I've decided, so I've got like $15 of Best Buy credit or gift card, or like you earn points and earn $5 things once in a while for spending certain numbers of dollars. I got some that actually expire here in a few weeks, and I was like, well, I don't have anything to buy. There's nothing I need, and I think if I'm going to start doing streaming more regularly, which is the goal here, that's the goal, I think I need a bigger stream deck, because most of this one is set up for stuff that is involved in just recording content. So I only had 2 buttons left over. So I made one for chatting, and then I made one for game. And the only reason I would like to have more is because that means the camera is up in this top left corner. If I had more buttons, I could move me to different corners, and if I'm covering something. As of right now, if I go to do that, I have to tab over, grab it, scoot it to a new location, and then bring it back, which is, obviously not near as convenient. So, I'm thinking I might have to get one. Game is a little loud, but that could be the menu music. Okay, well, let's see here. Which one do I have installed at the moment? Was it 3? No, ODST I think was the last one I played, wasn't it? Quick start. I guess I would resume at the very end, wouldn't it? Here. Yeah, that's fine. I've already finished that one. Okay. Yep, it's Halo ODST. This is like a choose your own Benjamight video experience. Hello, hey cool dude, how you doing? I'm so glad it seems like it's working for everybody. Yeah, I'm not planning on tonight being too long. I just really wanted to get in here, test for a little bit, make sure it's all working good. You guys said the music sounds a bit loud. I think okay, I probably should have tried to adjust it before, but we're gonna try something here. I mean, I guess I could always adjust it in-game. Let me try that. Let's try adjusting it in-game. And if you guys feel like the game itself is still too loud, then maybe we'll tinker around with OBS settings over here. Ever so slightly. I'd say drop it by 10 in the settings. Okay. Okay, we'll try that. Thank you guys for showing up and helping me out with this. All right. Feels wrong skipping that. I'm excited. So I did a little bit of talking on Discord about what my live streaming plans are. My goal is, make sure we get in here first. This was a really cool Halo. I did enjoy it. Even though I had the timing mixed up on the where it was taking place, but it was cool to kind of get that. Now let's see. Can I just go settings? Audio. Okay, so I'm going to drop this from 60 to 70. Maybe I'll even just lower the whole game volume by a bit too. There we go. Let's try that. Ooh. But yeah, so my plan is I'm hoping to make live streaming a little more regular on the channel. For the moment, I'm shooting for, let's see. Accept, yes. Let me get out of here first. Your aiming has been set to normal. Continue. Setting can be changed. Thank you. All right. Initiate. See, there was... Do I just hit... Oh, E. We busting out, baby. Boom. How's the sound now? Can you hear me okay? Even when the game's making noises, or should I turn it down a bit more? Here, I'll talk while firing a lot of weapons. How's that sound? Can you hear me okay while I'm shooting and being all epic and stuff? Ooh. Okay. Yeah, this is an interesting one. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I kind of liked it, sort of. Open world aspect. What are the game plans for the channel? One-offs, games? Well, yeah, I'll go over that here in just a second. Favorite Halo is still Halo Wars. Yep, sounds a lot better. Okay, you can hear me okay, even like when the game's like going crazy. Everything's good? Beautiful, and still no stutters, right? Still no stutters? Ah! I gotta really put it through my Rambo tactics here. Make sure it's the real deal. Boom! No stutters, no stutters. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Alright, let's go back here. Okay, we'll go back to the main screen. Let's see, how can I get out of here again? Save and quit, sure. I think the Halo music was a little more fun to listen to than what we had there. There we go. You almost hit me. All right, so here's the plan. I'll go over it real briefly. Like I said, this is just a test night. More of a, I guess, a little appetizer for tomorrow. But I will have you guys help me pick out whatever game it is that we're going to play for tomorrow. So we'll bring up my Steam library and stuff here in a minute. So my plan is to do a live stream Sunday evenings, because that's the easiest night for me where I could probably do it regularly. And it's probably not going to be like, you know, some streamers where they go 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 hours. You know, I don't have that luxury right now, nor do I probably have the patience to just sit that long. My plan's probably going to be more 2 to 3 hour-ish when I do them. Maybe it'll vary on the game. Maybe it'll vary on just how much fun we're having. It's not to say that I won't just shut it off at 3 hours, but if I get to 3 hours and I'm starting to feel kind of fatigued or anything like that, I'm not going to drag it on just to drag it on. I'll probably look for a stopping point. But I'm trying to do something that I can do regularly. You guys would be able to count on it. And so I don't want to overcommit. So my plan is right now, every other Sunday night. If that's going really well, real easy, and I'm not having any issues, then I might move it to like a weekly Sunday night thing. But for now, I'm going to start out with every other. And yeah, so that's my timing schedule. As far as what games I'm going to play, I don't want to do anything that's going to be story focused. I'm looking at the live streams as being more of a chance for us to hang out and chat. I want to play games where if I stop, pause, and just chat with you guys for 10 minutes, it's not going to be unfun. Some games, you know, if it's a story-rich game and you're playing through it and maybe you're listening to the VOD or whatever, and then I stop and talk for 15 minutes, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, come on, get back to the game already. You know what I mean? So I want to avoid games that have that kind of feel. So I'm thinking of things like Terraria. I don't want to say Minecraft, but, you know, Minecraft kind of games. No Man's Sky is one that I've had people suggest, you know, where there's not really a story, but there's just a lot of stuff to do. And we can run around. I've even thought maybe some puzzle games would be fun, because then if I get stuck, you guys can try to help me try to troubleshoot what might be the reason I'm stuck. Those don't always perform super strong on the channel because there's not always much of a story to those. So, you know, making those more of a live stream could be fun, because then we're working it together maybe. I did have the idea of games where people have been wanting me to play maybe a alternate route, and I probably won't ever circle back to the game to do another full playthrough. Maybe we could do that. For example, there was the game, I think One Shot, I think is what it was called. And there's supposed to be a different kind of ending you can get to that. But I don't want to play through the whole game again. But even though it's got more of a story, I wouldn't mind playing through that maybe with you guys on a live stream if you wanted to just see that other ending kind of a thing. So I'm open to a few options, but that's my current plan. And now I'll see if I can figure out where we left off over here. Sounds perfectly balanced. I like it. Or pretty balanced. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Even when you're wasting your bullets. Yeah, good. Perfect. Wasting? What? Those are very strategic shots into the pavement and sky and pillars and grass. I was killing bugs. You just couldn't tell. Are there plans for the forest after the community poll? Yeah, I've put it on my wish list. Next time it goes on sale, I'm probably going to pick it up. I don't know when we're going to play it yet, but there were definitely the feedback for that. The people that wanted to see a playthrough of it, a lot higher than expected. That was one of the reasons I all of a sudden went into the Dying Light game, because I know it's not quite like the forest, not like the survival. I feel like that one's a heavier survival kind of game, but I know Dying Light has survival-ish kind of vibes to it, open world type vibe to it. So that's one reason I went that route. I was like, well, I know a lot of people have been wanting it. I haven't played a zombies game in a while. It's not the forest, but it'll be fun, and I want to see what it's like. So that's one reason I went that route. John, yeah, tomorrow will be the big live stream. Let's see. Back to Benjamight Aura. 24 hours? I don't know. Gosh, if I tried to do a 24-hour live stream, that would get boring, I think. Like, you guys would be tired of me. I don't think you could watch me for 24 hours. I don't know if I got it in me to be entertaining for that long. I'd need a lot of NOS, a lot of monsters to pull that one off. What are the crowns for? I don't know, actually. It says top fans. I don't know what... There's a thing at the very top of the chat. It says top fans. Guess I could click it, see if it gives me any more information. Oh, that's interesting. Somehow they've been earning XP. Here, take a little snippet of what... There you go. I don't know how you earn XP, maybe just chatting or something. But it's called Top Fans. Oh, assuming that's the worst part about having to tab out of this. Makes the game go away each time. Hey, at least we still have the music. Okay, let's see. When is the Benjamight subathon? 24-hour subathon. My goodness. Hype for 24-hour charity stream. Would that include playing games with the community? Possibly. So, as you guys know, I'm very cautious about, how do I put this? I don't cuss, and I don't use foul language. I don't rage. I get upset sometimes, but I'm very cautious about my demeanor when I play. And so, gaming with the community, I don't necessarily have an issue with gaming with the community, but I don't know who all I could trust to be like on a voice chat or something in the stream, and they're not going to be like very vulgar. You know what I mean? I've seen that happen at times for other people where they'll have a friend on, and I'm not saying it's bad that they talk that way. That's the way they talk. That's the way they talk. It's just I've been very mindful about how my speech and stuff is here on the channel. And so to put people into live chat that I haven't gotten to know personally and stuff, I don't know. I'm a little nervous about that. But as far as like one idea I had for tomorrow was maybe trying out the Helldivers game. I've never played it, but I know it's on Xbox now, and I assume download it through the Xbox thing onto my PC. And I keep hearing that that's a group game. Well, I've seen it on Discord. There's been several of you guys trying to group up to play on Discord. So I thought about trying to play that tomorrow. And, if people wanted to hop in to try to help me figure that out. I don't know if that's a game you can play solo or if you have to be in teams. But so I'm not against it. I hope that makes sense and that you understand. If you need any more clarity on that, I'm open to the concept, but I'm not 100% sure. Rusty Lake series could be cool. I will get the third infect everyone. The Quarryman, that's a great game. Hey there, Firefly. Welcome to my testing stream. Force might be a fun stream game. Yeah, it could be, but I think people want to see me actually play it and try to work through the story. Sometimes I wish you could play co-op games. There's only one game I tried playing co-op so far on the channel, and that was Portal, and I played it with my sister way back earlier into the game or into the channel. I had a blast with it. We did a lot of laughing and everything, but that's the only time I've tried to play co-op so far. Apparently it's something to do with chat engagement. Oh, okay. So everybody chatting's trying to earn XP, move up the ladder. Something YouTube implemented uselessly instead of adding back the dislike button. Sending chat messages, super chats, super stickers. Oh, so like emojis and stuff maybe? Oh yeah, I wouldn't expect open mics for it. A little too risky. Okay, good. I'm glad you understand where I'm going at with that. True. I would struggle to self-censor if I was in that position. I appreciate the honesty there, cool dude. I can restrain myself when I'm typing, but cussing comes a little too naturally when I'm playing games. I understand. Thankfully for me, it doesn't. I have the habit of saying dang. That's just what I say. So I don't have to think about it or anything. But I know some people, it's a real struggle. If you're around kids and you're like, oh man, I can't cuss around kids, and you find yourself slip once in a while. I don't have to deal with that struggle, thankfully, but I've seen people who do, and I totally understand it. A Battlefield stream with the boys? Hey, I heard that new Battlefield. I've never been a Battlefield fan, which sucks. I think Battlefield is such a cool game. The concept of you can change the terrain and blow up the walls and all this kind of stuff. But I've played Call of Duty for so long, I think it's ruined me for trying to play Battlefield. I'm just not any good at it. Of course, I'm usually just playing by myself, so I'm sure it's better when you're in a squad. But I heard the beta they did here recently finally got Battlefield back where it needs to be. I felt bad for the Battlefield people here for a while. Oh, fiddlesticks! Oh my gosh, I've heard that one in a long time. I'm gonna have to use that here soon just to see who all reacts to it. Helldivers is fantastic. I've heard it's really good. I Don't Rage, Dark Souls 2 Part 40. I told you, I can't get mad. I could definitely get up and walk away from my computer for a little bit. Yeah, I would definitely say the Dark Souls games have definitely probably gotten me to that point more than anything else. The only other game that might have qualified for getting me just absolutely ticked off and over it, Mirror's Edge. I'm sorry, Tyler. Oh, me and that game, man. We did not end on a good note. Let's see, absolutely does make sense. Should there be a separate channel for live streams apart from video feed? You mean like on the Discord? I heard a Rusty Lake mention, and they're definitely cool sets of puzzles. Well, let's take a look at that. I'm not familiar with Rusty Lakes. I don't think I've heard that one before. Okay, I think it's safe to bring this up. I don't think there's any like information. If anyone's ever been curious like how I sort through, here I'll switch to. So this is kind of how I sort my library when it comes to my Steam account. So I try to estimate how long a playthrough is. And the ways I come up with that is, one, I'll just do a straight up Google search. How long for an average playthrough? Second of all, especially if I'm getting close to playing the game, I'll also go to YouTube and I'll type in full playthrough of, a particular game. And I'll look at about 4 or 5 of them to see what the average time span is. And so sometimes when I'm like, okay, I need a short game, so I'll look maybe more in the 1, 2, 3, or 4 hour category to select a game. Medium length, we usually run anywhere from the 5 to 12 hour is typically what I look at as like a medium length. Sometimes even at this point, since I'm doing longer videos, these aren't too bad. And then anything above this is what I would consider like a long playthrough. So this is where, like, when I buy new games, like I recently got this one. I've had some requests for this. It went on sale here recently. So what I'll do is I'll look this up and then I'll assign it to a category. And then that's how I kind of pick out which game I'm looking for, typically. So let's see, store. That's my wish list. Okay, Rusty Lake? Is that what it was? Oh, there's a bunch of these. 7 games. Okay, well, which one's the first one? Probably this one. This one looks old. It's for like $1.19. Is this the first one here? Are you ready to serve the guests in the Rusty Lake Hotel? Solve all mysteries in this dark and eerie puzzle game. Rusty Lake Hotel is a point-and-click adventure by the creators of Rusty Lake and Cubescape series. Is this the first one? Okay. Hey, Corey. Dog dang it. Dog dang it, Dookie. You could stick another one in there. I've always been a Call of Duty guy over Battlefield. Then again, I only play COD for zombies. Hey, I'm with you there. I played a lot of zombies back in the day. Can't wait for DS3. I do have a lot of people looking for that. I'm looking forward to that one too. That will either start like December towards the end of this year or the very beginning of next year. So probably December, January is when you can probably count on seeing the DS3 notifications start popping up. That's my current plan, at least. Let's see. That's what Souls games do? Yeah. Discord channels, not the YouTube channel. Okay, cool. I don't know if we need I don't know. Do you guys think there'd be something good to have with having a live stream channel on the Discord? Guys, his IP from the Steam overlay. Oop. Is that something I should be wary of? Whoop. I don't know if that's something I'm not supposed to show. I don't know. Can you get into here from something like that? No, the IP thing was just a joke. Okay. Green River? Messing with me like that. That's why I got Tyler here. He's the one that keeps me on the straight and narrow. Usually if something gets screwed up, I'm like, Tyler, can you fix it? Okay, you could try to live stream Dead Rising since you're in the zombies mood. It's time-based game, so you can totally live stream it and figure the story along. Oh, that's a possibility. Yeah, there's a Rusty Lake bundle with lots of short, not-so-heavy puzzle games. Yeah, I saw the bundle in there. Pretty awesome games. Wow, that's kind of cool. I had never even heard of these Rusty Lakes. This would definitely be interesting. Hey, there's Intac. Welcome, welcome. Dead Rising is a fantastic game, but oh boy, if you aren't ready to be restarting over and over, then it's a real gut punch. Oh no. To check game length, how long to beat also comes in useful. Yeah, I think I've used that before. There was a reason I stopped going to it though. I don't remember what it was. I went there for something. And I don't remember what it was, but there was something I found very frustrating or annoying or something. I was like, okay, well, screw this. I'll just go back to my other tactic. But I have heard of that one. So like the mod Field Intensity was like a medium length game. There's an image order I can send in Discord. Image of like the order for those games. Okay, this is from the live stream, but the Rusty Lake bundle has all these games and the order is listed in the image. Would be really fun live stream game. Oh, I like the sound of that. Yeah, the last four are very different from the rest of the terms. Okay, so Cube Escape. So you said all of this is in that bundle? Where was that at? This right here? Okay, that's really not too bad. All right, well, I'll add that to my cart. I might pick that up after. Would you guys like to see this as a live stream for tomorrow, the game? I guess the Cube Escape collection would be the first one. If I'm reading that right. Would you guys like that for tomorrow's live stream? Where did I leave off here? Okay, I think Dead Rising would definitely be tolerable on stream because you have chat to accompany you and give you the tips on the fly without losing too much time. No, the IP thing oh yeah, that's a joke. Tyler's MVP, he really is, man. I'm telling you. Tyler helps me out so much. Tyler's the one that helped get me set up for Deus Ex too. Took care of getting all the stuff, the steps written out. Tyler, seriously, dude, I cannot thank you enough for all the help you give me on the back side of things that people never really get to see. He's blushing. Oh, and he's engaged too. If none of y'all knew that, he's engaged. I don't know. I haven't heard yet if you've set a date yet, Tyler. But everyone in the chat now knows. Live stream. Hey there, Hugh. How are you doing? How are Hugh doing? Let's see. Yep, that's the one. I wouldn't mind it. Sounds cool to me. Sure, I've never heard of it. Could be fun to see. Okay, cool. All right, well, I'll plan on picking up this bundle. And then tomorrow we can see. I'll pick the first one, which the image I think said that the cube is the first one, and we'll have fun. We'll go through that. I don't know if they're like super short. If it's like 1 hour, maybe we'll do a couple of them. If anyone's curious what my wish list looks like, as fast as I buy games, it continues to grow. I am constantly adding games on here. Games that are like this, like I would like to play Lies of P at some point on the channel. I hear it's kind of a Souls-like type game. I've heard it's pretty good. But a game like this, if it's going to cost me $30, I'm only going to pick that up if I know I'm going to play it soon. Typically, I buy games once they've hit like a cheap sale. Like even this right here, that's only 20% off. If I was going to try to play this next month, I'd maybe pick it up. But I'm like, this is way down on the list, so I'll keep waiting for a much lower sale. I am keeping my eyes on Baldur's Gate though. Baldur's Gate 3. Pretty good chance that might be hitting sometime at the beginning of next year too. One of my Ultra tier members has already given me a heads up that they might be requesting this for their video next year. So if anybody was wanting one of those play through that game, it sounds like that might be happening. Okay. All right, so lots of people are on board with the Rusty Lake, inspired from the show Twin Peaks. Have you seen that? That sounds very familiar. I don't know why Twin Peaks sounds very familiar. Let's see. No date set. Okay, I was wondering. Cube Escape games are really short, but games like Rusty Lake Hotel, Roots, and Paradise are much longer. Okay, you can bet your sweet Bibby it'll be appearing next year. Nice. Oh yeah. BG3. Wonderstop is a good one, made by Stanley Parable people. Yeah, I have heard it's got a completely different vibe to it. I don't know if people... I guess... I remember there was a lot of talk about it before it came out, but then I didn't hear a whole lot about it after it came out. So I didn't know if it did very well or not, which is a bit of a bummer. But I do hope to pick that one up on a sale at some point, because I was curious about it, but I'm only curious about it for like $10. So I'm willing to wait on that one. I see that Roblox Studio, kids making you play Roblox with them. Actually, I downloaded that because I was trying to help them learn how to code in Roblox. My oldest was trying to make a game, and I was like, okay, well, it's free. I'll download it and try to tinker around with it. I had some fun tinkering around with it, but I think he died out on it. He goes on these waves where suddenly he wants to do it again and then he stops. So that's why that's there. I've just never uninstalled it. Twin bricks. All right. Well, y'all, I can't thank you enough for showing up and helping out. I'm glad everything sounds like it's working. No stuttering. We've picked out our game for tomorrow, so we will plan on playing at least one of the Rusty Lake puzzle games. Maybe a couple of them. Coding isn't easy. I don't blame him. Yeah, he got really into it for a bit. I think it's cool. In fact, before I took computer drafting, which is what I do now, is computer drafting. My original plan was to go into computer programming, and I took some classes on it. Loved it. Thought it was super cool. I wanted to make video games. That's what I wanted to do back in the day. But unfortunately, it didn't play out that way. Didn't get to go that way. And judging by today's industry, I might have lucked out on that. It's scary business right now being a developer. Are there any games you played for the channel that you would recommend to your kids? Yeah, there's a few. I've told them about Hollow Knight. In fact, my youngest just recently started playing Hollow Knight. He tends to play a lot of Roblox, and I'm like, dude, I have nothing against Roblox, but those games, a lot of them are just so mindless. You just do the same thing over and over and over again. He loves it, and he's playing it with his buddies, so they're having a blast. But I'm like, dude, one of these days you need to start playing some real video games. He's like, well, what's a real video game? And so I was just telling him about Hollow Knight. I said, you need to play games where you got characters you care about. There's a story to it. There's an end goal. It's not, you're just slapping people off a floating island with all these different hands. But, yeah, I got a few I've suggested to him. Good to see you, Ben. How you doing? I'm doing well, Eddie. Thank you. Benjamight been a coder. Yep, I might have been a coder. Hey there, Eric. Is that how you pronounce that? Eric with an A? Speaking of Hollow Knight, Silk Song literally next. Yes, there are people going nuts in the Discord. They're pumped for it. I actually got into a little conversation about it. New games don't tend to do well on my channel. I know a lot of you guys, you want to play them first, and then you want to watch me play them later. So I don't mind playing them later. So I don't plan on playing Silk Song as soon as it comes out. I'll wait a little bit. I don't need to wait for a deep discount, but I'll wait for a little bit on that so that other people can experience themselves before I play it. That's my plan right now. Let's see, Cuphead. Cuphead, I think, did I get that? That is one that I know is being requested a couple times. I've had it on my wish list, I feel like, forever. It must just still be on the wish list. Yeah, Cuphead's a game I could see myself picking up and maybe doing. But is there a story to that, or is it just level fighting kind of thing? Cuphead? Okay. Cuphead ain't that hard. I remember I played a bus simulator once with some friends, and it was literally me driving around a massive city trying to find the stop my friends were at. Took me like an hour. It was quite funny. I actually just posted a photo not too long. I downloaded Farm Simulator on my Xbox, was playing it on the TV the other day. I could not take it seriously. I was like, I'm driving a tractor. So I started driving over cars and stuff, but yeah, that was fun. Cuphead is pretty cool. It's close enough. Okay. Nice. $20. Wow, it's only $20. Wait, that's a really good price. Have you heard of, was it a biotic factor? I think it might be up your alley. Is that a game? Here we are. Survival crafting experience for 1 to 6 players set in the depths of underground research facility. Caught between paranormal, containment failure, a military crew. Oh, what's the game doing? Wow, that looks pretty cool. Military crusade, chaos from a dozen realms, the world's greatest minds must survive against the universe's biggest threat. Yeah, that does look wild. It looks like a mix of several different games that I've played. That's wild. No, I'd never heard of this. Huh. Wow, and it just came out too. July? This year. Very recent. Let's see. There's a very thin story. Okay, so there's not a huge story to it. Okay. Mostly level fighting. The story is mostly background in terms of progression. Okay, so if I played that as like a live stream game, oh, that looked cool. As a live stream game. Okay, I'll keep that in mind for sure. I considered even like Mega Man. I've got Mega Man 11 I've been wanting to play for a while. I have a hard time believing that would be a very story heavy game. I mean, I know there's usually a story to those. But I considered maybe that for a live stream because, you know, you're picking a boss, you fight through a stage. It's kind of more of a puzzle game. So that's one I considered. Let's see. Bus Simulator was incredibly detailed and completely built within Roblox. Oh, nice. Cuphead story is, go defeat this boss. Thanks, now go defeat... Yeah, that's kind of what I thought Mega Man would be like, too. It's like Half-Life and Subnautica. I could totally see that. Yeah, I totally get some vibes. Look at him building that. That's pretty cool. Sounds like fun. Did someone mention Half-Life? Are we suggesting any particular genre? I'm open to any genre as long as it's not a story-focused game. That's my big thing. I just don't want to play things that are going to not be fun for people wanting to watch a playthrough of that game. My best example, and it drives me nuts, is Soma. I loved Soma. I loved it so much. I mean, it was just fantastic. And I've tried, ever since I played it, I've tried to find other playthroughs of Soma. I feel like 90% of them are live streams, so they're VODs after the fact. And I'm like, you're not even paying attention to what's going on. This is like a serious moment, and you're eating a cheeseburger while thanking somebody who just super chatted you with a fart sound or something. You know, I'm like, come on, pay attention to the game. So I don't want to create those kind of moments on any game that I play for a live stream. Anything story focused, I want to do as a playthrough, a let's play playthrough. But stuff that's a little more loosey-goosey, not really story, like the Cuphead thing, you know, there's a story to it, but you ain't really paying attention to it. That's not going to be disruptive to people. It's not like there's somebody going to be like, man, you totally missed a big story moment here because you were chatting. You know, that's the only thing I'm trying to avoid with my live streams. Hope that makes sense. Ben Unhere, you're a fan from the good old Dofus days. Love your playthroughs. Thanks. I appreciate that, Any game you want. Okay, I'd love to see Don't Starve on the channel, but it probably wouldn't do very well. Don't Starve. Here, let me add that so I don't forget that one. Here we are. Don't Starve is it's got an interesting look to it. Uncompromising wilderness survival game full of science and magic. Enter a strange and unexplored world full of strange creatures, dangers, and surprises. It's got such a weird look. I like weird looks sometimes. I have nothing against a weird look. Gather resources to craft items and structures that match your survival style. I don't know. I don't really have much of a survival style. I think one common feedback I get from my Subnautica, I have so many people that love my Subnautica playthrough, and they tell me all the time, you were so bad at this. They say they love it just because they see me do things they've never seen other people do before, which I take that as a compliment because, you know, I've had people straight up say I've watched like 8 playthroughs, 10 playthroughs, 20 playthroughs. You're the first person I've ever seen do this or this or this. And so I get a lot of positive feedback from that. But I tell people all the time, it's because my survival skills are horrible. Any game I play like that, man, I'm going to make some pretty stupid decisions. It's just the way I'm wired. If we ever actually had, like, if we ever actually lost all technology, you know, they have those movies sometimes where it's like there's a global EMP, wipes out all technology, and we're thrown back into like survival days where you gotta hunt and all that kind of stuff. I would starve to death. If not die sooner. I pretty much know that. Deep Rock, it's nice to mess around. I booted up Deep Rock one time to play with a buddy of mine. Him and I really didn't get into it. We didn't play it for very long, so maybe you gotta get a little ways into it first, but it didn't really click with me. What would happen if the VODs for people who'd want to watch those? The recording should be available. When I finish a live stream, I think YouTube will automatically process it and then post it. But you would have to go to the live stream. Let's see here. You'd have to go to the live stream tab, I think. But they should show up. I think the one I did with Gug a while back, I'm pretty sure that's even on there already. Yeah, so if you go here and you click live, you should be able to find any past live streams right here. This one's currently active. But yeah, this is what I did for GUG. Actually, I just recently received my code for the full release of this game. I remember when I played it back then, it was just a demo. But I just got that here recently. But as far as like me going through and doing any kind of editing to make a edited version of the VOD, I don't really plan on doing all that. I do have it being recorded. I have a little drive over here that will create a copy of it. I'm only doing that in case there's something I maybe want to snip out of it to use for a video or a short or something. But no, I don't plan on doing any editing to the live streams after the fact. Crash Bandicoot series. Are those on Steam? Bandicoot, are those on Steam now? Astroneer would also be a fun game. Haven't seen someone play that in ages. That game sounds familiar. I think it might actually be on my wish list. No? Interact with a strange new world in a unique and tactile way, molding the environment itself as if it were clay in your hands. Build your base, master. So I'm definitely getting a theme here. A lot of requests for survival kind of games. I'm okay with that. As long as it's not something that's gonna be like a Subnautica where there's like an actual story that we're progressing through. If it's just getting out here and having fun, building stuff, surviving, I'd be okay with something like that. I'll stop it up. It's actually on a pretty good discount right now. Here we go. Similar to Subnautica and Satisfactory. I think my son actually plays this game once in a while. Let's see. BioShock playthroughs are streamed. Yep, I actually have a playthrough of all those, so thankfully I don't gotta worry about there. Some games are truly pieces of art, and if you don't pay attention to them, you miss on so much. I totally agree. You should swap back to full screen. We can't see the Steam page. Oh, I'm sorry. There we go. You can see that a little better. Let's see. This Halo music is really relaxing. Isn't it nice? That's one reason I was like, I'm going with this because it keeps playing even if the screen's been minimized. I think last time I tried to use Hades for testing, and every time it minimized, the sound would cut out. And I hated it. But I tested this, I was like, okay, well, at least if the screen goes away, we still hear the music. So I was like, that'll be nice. I can listen to Halo music all day. I'm actually reading the book still. I've absolutely been loving reading through the books. Hey Red, welcome to the stream. Sounds good. Tiny Page, Astroneer is a game on Pass, I think. Oh, thanks for the heads up on that. I'd love to watch you play the Alter. Oh, that's a game I had definitely heard of. That is that the one where you copy? Actually, it's on my wish list right here. Maybe it's not. I remember they made a game where you make copies of yourself. Maybe it is this one. Let's see where to go. Crash would be fun to watch. How about you try The Pedestrian? I actually own that one. Have you played Quantum Break yet? No, I have not played that one yet. I think that's part of the Remedy universe, isn't it? Quantum Break? And right now I need to finish getting through the I think the Max Payne games are the ones I was playing first for that. Is that the one? That they're kind of part of the Remedy universe, not really. I guess they kind of like split off from the creators of that. So, I don't know. There's a little bit of disconnect, I know, between those. But yeah, I was trying to play through those, and then I was going to start getting into like Control, Quantum Break, Silent Hill, I think, is part of that. In fact, Silent Hill 2 was one of the highest requested games when I put that poll up there just asking people, you know, what's a game you always hoped I'd play? That one got flagged a lot. I was like, well, I can't play that one. I haven't played the first one yet. And I'm kind of working my way to them. So, yeah, haven't played it yet. but I hope to. Have an option to mute when the game is tabbed out. So many space games. So sad. Directive 8020 got delayed. Directive 8020. I'm not familiar with that one. 100% for anything space related. Alan Wake, not Silent Hill. Oh, Alan Wake. There we go. That's the one. Remedyverse. Yeah. Did you wish list? What was it? Quern? Undying. Thought it's a puzzle game with a story that's about 14, 16 hours. Quern. That name doesn't sound familiar. This one here. Discover the truth about Warren's past, unfold the mysteries of its present, and be the explorer who shapes its future. Quern introduces reusable puzzle mechanics to the classic genre, making the player think about the game as a whole, not just as a series of individual... Really? That's different. It looks cool. There's just too many games and not enough time. Eddie, that is totally my problem. Oh my gosh. I can't tell you guys how badly I would love to do this full time. Excuse me. My wife is totally on board with me doing it full time. I just have to get to a financial point with the channel where we can make that leap. I'm really hoping, but you know, only time will tell. I'll keep trying, but yeah, if I had more time, that's why I'm kind of excited about the live streams, because it doesn't require me to do any editing. It doesn't require me to do any like I could jump from game to game with a live stream. It doesn't have to be like I play something all the way through to the end. We play it till we're done with it, then we move on to something else for the next live stream. You know what I mean? But my Sunday evenings are usually, you know, there's been many Sunday nights where I'm like, man, I want to do something with the channel, but I am just not in the mood to work on one of my games. You know what I mean? Like I just want to goof off. I just want to do something, hang out. So that's kind of what started the whole idea of trying to do a live stream. But I didn't want to do them again until I could try to do them regularly. So that's where I'm trying to go. Every other Sunday, I'm going to try to do a live stream. And then if that's going well and it's super easy, I might try to do every Sunday night. But we're going to try this for a couple months first to see how that does. But that'll allow me to play some more games, get them on the channel, and hopefully work through some of that backlog a little bit. Too many games. Okay, Silent Hill is its own thing. Might be thinking Alan Wake. Yeah, Alan Wake was definitely the one. Totally agree. Not enough time and money. Yep. Directive 8820 is a Dark Pictures anthology game. Was supposed to come out this October. Oh, I see. Have you already decided for the Spooktober game this year? Oh, good questions, Lucas. Time to get Mr. Beast in. That would be so cool. Okay, so for those of you, I don't know if everybody here is part of my Discord, but the Discord actually is a really good way to get inside information about a lot of stuff going on with the channel. Tyler has built a masterpiece of a channel here. This is far better than anything I would have put together, let me tell you. But if you do sign up here for the Cobb Squad is what we call it, because you know everything is corn related with my channel. The video feeds are automatically posted on here. Community feed. If I make a post on YouTube, sometimes people wouldn't always get the notification from YouTube. Well, this automatically updates as well. So some people, they'll see it pop up here before they ever see it pop up on the YouTube feed. This is something that I like to update. I update it almost every night. Basically, this is my schedule and my plan. It's a way to see, so like this was what I put up here yesterday, and it's a way to see exactly what is coming out on what days. This shows you what stage of the process from recording to editing and stuff it is in. This gives you an idea of how many parts I think the playthrough is going to be. And what I do is I tweak this as I get closer to the end. So, you know, and this changes. It's not set in stone. Sometimes I have to shuffle things around a little bit. but it just gives people an idea of where things are in the lineup. Here's one called Planned Playthroughs. I'm hoping you guys can see all this okay, and I'm not... Here, let me scoot this over. So we got community feed. Here's the upload schedule. Here's Planned Playthroughs. These are games that are kind of higher on my list for an upcoming playthrough. All playthroughs in the Steam library, these will both take you to what's called the Benjamight, which is actually on the YouTube. It's one of the links there, which will show you my Steam library, what's available and still hopefully going to be there for a playthrough eventually. Or if you're looking for a past playthrough, if you've ever been curious if I've played a game, this is a literal searchable interface that's been created. It'll tell you if it's in progress, if it's incomplete, if it's complete. My favorites, you can select that, and it'll show you the ones that I've deemed as like some of my favorite playthroughs. But then if like you wanted to play this one, you can click it, and it'll take you right to the playlist, and you can just hit play and start that playlist. So super cool. Tyler's done amazing working on that. Oh, and so that's what brought up the Spooktober planned playthroughs. Okay, so currently I have Resident Evil 7 planned. Until Dawn is going to be planned for a playthrough. I'm planning on one of the green. What is it? Or wait, are you the one that is real familiar with the Dark Pictures anthologies? There's one, Man of Meridian or something like that. Whatever that first one is, I'm hoping to try to do a playthrough of that. So that's 3 games. I usually try to pick out 4 for Spooktober, and all of those are kind of on a longer side, I think. So I should probably look for something that's kind of shorter. So I'm totally open for some suggestions if you have some that you would like to see as a possible playthrough. But yeah, those are the ones that I've nailed down as for sure so far, those 3 there. There's a game that's a bit different, but it's definitely a stream game. It's called Half Sword. Medieval fighting game with an interesting physics. Oh, and it's free. That sounds nice. Since it was upvoted a lot, Five Nights at Freddy's. Yes, I want to play Five Nights. I haven't played it. I've never played any of the Five Nights at Freddy's. I might have to buy that one. And I think that one's kind of on the shorter side. So that might be a perfect filler for what I'm looking for. Got a Discord code. Discord is in the description. Awesome. Thank you. I don't know why, but Discord refuses to show me every channel. It's a frustrating. There's something that you have to change so that it doesn't hide. So channels that you don't view for a certain number of days, it automatically hides them. It doesn't do that for me, so it must just be a preference setting. But we've run into that with a few people, and that's what we found out is typically what's going on is they've got that preference checked. And so if you don't access a channel for like 14 days or whatever it is, it'll automatically hide them. But you can tell it not to do that, and then you should see everything. Let's see. Tyler's saying, I agree. Any updates on potential community spreadsheet for the series? Oh, that's funny that you mentioned that. Okay, so I went through and just made where did I put that? Schedule. Here we go. Running series. So this is the list of games. I haven't filled in all the spaces in between yet. But this is a list of all the games that have a series to them that I haven't played all of them yet. So like, Batman, I just played through Asylum. So I haven't gone through and like added all the sub categories to all these, but I think I've picked out all of them that I've started that, I need to go into Google Docs. I guess there's a way I can set it up, and I totally spaced that. I made this one day just goofing off, but Thanks for reminding me about that. The goal is, for those of you who aren't aware, I want to create a spreadsheet where I can start more easily tracking which series I've started but haven't finished yet. And then we were going to make it kind of a community document where people could help me update it from time to time so that I could more easily figure out which ones I'm supposed to play and in what order and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what they're referring to there, in case anybody was curious. But it's kind of started. I did copy down instructions on how to set up a Google document. I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. Oh, where are we at? Okay, here we go. Lifesaver Red. Took me a few months to find that. Awesome. Glad he was able to help out. Could always make a new save on Dying Light and do the arcade mode you stole. That was so... I was like, I'm not in the same game anymore with that one. Dark Pictures, man... that's the one. That's the one. That's the one I want to play next. Or next. That's the one I want to play for Spooktober. Planet Crafter is a multiplayer survival game, like Subnautica. Devil May Cry is a shorter one. Okay. I think the one I bought's a bundle. So I can't separate it into different categories, I don't think. There's a game called Taniko Pet. It's a horror game that is perfect for stream as it has stream integration. Kanito Pet. You've got me curious. There we go. Kanito Pet is a psychological horror experience that takes place through Kanito. Maybe it's Kanito. An early 2000 virtual assistant. Kanito is able to walk, talk, browse, adapt, and play games as Kanito is like no other with its adaptive technology. Okay. It doesn't say anything there about you guys being able to interact with it, but I'm intrigued. It's pretty short, like 4 hours. With a second playthrough, it's still lower than Until Dawn. 70 people are in the Cobb Squad now. I remember when it was like 25. Last I checked, I think we were around 75? Yeah, we're at 73 at the moment. It's small again. Oh. There we go. Okay. Full screen. A lot of people now. Yeah, we are. We're getting close to 100 people there. It's one of those meta games that lives in your computer. Interesting. All right, guys. Well, it has been about an hour, and I think I'm about to call it. It's been a long, busy day today. I will show off one of my projects for today. I was very proud of it. It was, I think I put it here. So this is our living room. This was the light that we've had. We've hated this since day one. It's super old. And today I swapped it out with that bad boy. Did it all by myself. I was pretty bad at that. But yeah, I did that. And then I spent about 3 or 4 hours outside today in the heat, swapping brake pads on my car. It needed it badly. And I'm pooped. So I didn't even think I'd go for a full hour, but it's been an hour already. I cannot believe it. Live streams can go by so fast. That's why I'm like, the plan is 2 to 3 hours, but who knows? It may go longer just because I just totally lose track of time. Hey there, Drakey. Welcome. Okay, Discord is something I've heard about for years, but never bothered looking into it. But my favorite chill YouTuber gamer, I think I will. Awesome, Eddie. It's a good time. I think you have a good time in there. Thanks for making closing shift more enjoyable. Oh, you're welcome. Time flies, I agree. What I was trying to say is that the Planet Crafter has basically no story, just the build style reminds me of Subnautica. Okay, I'll definitely look into that one some more. Time flies when we're having fun. I agree. Well, Well, thank you guys again. I appreciate it. Tomorrow, we will have a full-blown live stream, go for a couple hours. And I don't work on Monday because we're closed. So, if we go a little longer than normal, I'm okay with that. And we're going to play some of the cube puzzle game thing that I'll be buying after the stream is over. I'm looking forward to it. I think a puzzle game would be a good time because unlike me just getting stuck and bashing my head against the wall and being like, I can't figure out what to do, I can look over to you guys and you can give me suggestions on things that you think might work and we can try it. We'll try to avoid like straight up Google searching. I'm sure the temptation will be there, but I'll let you know if I'm open to a Google search answer. But otherwise, if you have an idea that I haven't thought of with trying to solve a puzzle, I'd rather you just chime in with things that you think might work. And then it's like we're solving the puzzle together. You know what I mean? So I think that's going to be a really good time. That's going to be it for this one. Thank you guys so much. All love and support you guys give me on the channel, on live streams, everything. It means so much. It's encouraging, and your positive feedback on the playthroughs. So many people are excited with the set of playthroughs I got going right now, and that's always so exciting. I get excited about each new video I get to release because I'm like, oh, I know people are going to love this one. And those of you watching Mass Effect, oh my goodness, there's some big moments coming up. All right, that's going to be it. Have a good one, everybody, and hopefully I'll figure out how to end this stream without looking goofy here for the next 2 minutes. Bye, everybody.